Sagittarius, thanks for joining me today. We've got your shortened Celtic cross face down. This is your reading for this full moon in Cancer on the 19th in Aotearoa. That's when it occurs here. And a couple of other cards face down at the end. But what I will do today, we just are doing a few little paragraph readings for each sign from one of my absolute favourite books, which is this Taschen book, the Book of Symbols. It's amazing artwork, sculpture. It's just got some beautiful things in it, and we randomly open it at a page, and what do we get for Sagittarius? We get the mandrake root. So let's see, we'll read the first paragraph for you. A dense growth of fantasy, superstition and legend surrounds, almost buries this modern-looking plant, which has been known for more than 3,000 years. Common in Mediterranean lands, its larger rosette of dark green leaves grows close to the ground above a long, fleshy and forked root, which often resembles the legs and crutch of a human being. Mauve or blue flowers give way to pungent orange fruits that look like eggs in a nest. Not so strangely, the mandrake, also called mandragora, was associated with fertility from earliest times in Egyptian art and biblical Song of Songs in Genesis, where barren Rachel bargains for the root and finally conceives a son. Greek legend, we like Greek legend, speaks of it as the plant of the seductress Circe's magic brew, which turned men into swine. As an aphrodisiac, it was widely known from China to Arabia and Persia to Shakespeare's England. So interesting, there's so much more about the great mandrake root, but we'll leave it at that today, Sagittarius. So let's get into your reading. We start out here, central point of this shortened Celtic cross today, with the lovely Prince of Swords. Look, I really love the Prince of Swords. Open to suggestion is what I get from this card, but it is about sort of not generally having a central or a centered focus. He's been, or she, has been pulled in many varying directions with these thought forms. You know, these thought forms that we create. So there's a wonderful, how would you put it? There's a wonderful sort of being pulled in many and varied directions. And there's a purpose for this. It's a time of assessment. All these cards are face down, so we're just pulling them up now. It is, this prince is crossed by the Seven of Swords. All the sevens are about assessment. I often think the Seven of Swords is sort of maybe habits and things that we're in a kind of cycle of sort of repeating within our own behaviours maybe. But the sevens really are all about you know, assessing a situation. Hence, this prince is not a direct knight who's an opportunist and it has one focus. It's allowing movement. It's allowing many different points of view here. The basis of this reading is the Four of Discs. The Four of Discs, really strong. You know, a desire to have a really good home base, a strong place from which to venture out into the world and do your thing. You know, in the Thoth deck, it's called Power because it's an incredibly strong card, featuring this kind of fortress of swords with one way in and one way out, and that pathway is through Malkut, is through the material world, is through, you know, the physical world. This is your access, you know, route, basically, the in and out, the entrance way. there's an indicator here that what can you get rid of, actually? What can you allow to go? Is there anything here, that traditional disc? Maybe this is what's been mulled over at the moment for you. And remember, Sagittarius, these are incredibly general readings. Behind you, your current position, I'm lifting these cards up now. So what's behind you is the Princess of Cups. There's been, this is wonderful. It's a great card of the muse. It's that sort of archetype. The inspiration, behind the great work. It can be a very dreamy card. It is a very Neptunian card. And I think Neptune has been in some interesting positions up there in the cosmos of late. Allowing us possibly inspiration, possibly new perspectives, possibly changing our mind about something that we thought for a while was looking really good, or was looking quite conducive to what we wanted. There can be a swift turnaround here, or a change in direction with that kind of Neptunian stuff, So that's what's behind you. Six of Swords, current position, really in a place, moving towards a place that mentally is so good. This is a clear path to a calm port. And there is traditionally, often there's someone guiding you through this, So it's all really pretty amazing. But what's really amazing here, and we will clarify, Sagittarius, is moving forward. We have this gorgeous gift of the Ace of Wands. Isn't it amazing? I love this Ace of Wands, Will, motivation, direction, force. It's an incredibly powerful card. Again, maybe maybe amongst everything that goes on or has been going on, you're questioning how you do use your power. How are you using it? What is behind your, what lies behind your intentions? All of those sorts of questions may well be at hand, but you can be rest assured that your current position, you're really moving, you're really in a great position at the moment, which is wonderful, because it means that you can fully embrace this gift when it comes through to you, and you can very easily give it form, Sagittarius. So let's just go through and clarify for you. I think let's have a look at just the Seven of Swords, please, which is crossing that Prince of Swords. Seven of Swords, a card of assessment. A card of assessment. We have the Emperor and the Page of Wands. There may be a little bit of a push-pull kind of energy at the moment. I think there is collectively. There may be a little bit of that at the moment. We have the Emperor, again, another powerful kind of position here, the Emperor. And then we have the Page of Wands, very experimental, very much a risk taker. And very much, not afraid to take those risks, actually. You could almost